So, markets tried to stay calm, but the Federal Reserve had other plans. Hey everyone, it's Thursday morning, March 19th, and welcome back to Capital Markets Quickie. I'm your host, Endrit Sella, here to break down yesterday's market action in just 2 minutes. Quick note before we dive in. Today's episode is brought to you by AMF Capital Asset Management Frankfurt. Learn more about our funds and strategies at amf-capital.de. Alright, let's get started. Now let's talk about what happened yesterday. U.S. stocks took a hit after the Federal Reserve decided to keep interest rates unchanged. But honestly, it wasn't the decision itself. It was the tone. Jerome Powell raised concerns about inflation progress, and that's where things started to unravel. Investors began to worry that rate cuts might take longer than expected, and you could see that immediately in the markets. The Dow Jones dropped around 1.6%. That's more than 750 points, hitting its lowest level since November. The Standard & Poor's 500 fell 1.3%, also at its lowest since November. And the Nasdaq Composite wasn't spared either, down over 1.4%. Now, interestingly, there was even some disagreement inside the Fed. Governor Stephen Moran actually pushed for a rate cut, but he stood alone. As Powell continued speaking, losses picked up pace. Why? Because the market is starting to price in a tougher inflation environment. And that brings us to the real driver behind all of this: oil. Brent crude surged to around $104 per barrel, while West Texas Intermediate climbed close to $98. This comes after escalating tensions in the Middle East, with reports that Iranian energy facilities were attacked. And on top of that, we also got fresh inflation data. Wholesale prices jumped 0.7% month over month in February, a clear sign that inflation pressures are not going away anytime soon. So, yeah, between sticky inflation, rising oil prices, and a cautious Fed, markets are clearly getting nervous again. Alright, that wraps up today's Capital Markets Quickie. Join me again tomorrow morning for more market updates. See you then.